It's time now for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Central Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Baxter Regional Medical Center, providing big city healthcare with a hometown touch. And now, Down on the Corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas and Southern Missouri. It is Thursday, June 13th, 2019. Whoop. It is 7 a.m.
Another cool morning.
Oh my goodness, isn't this wonderful? I love it.
We got a little rain yesterday.
Yeah, Bob was here. We're visiting with Bob Rechterwald, stopped by visits with us, and I was going outside again, thought, well, I'll get the lopping shears and do something. Did I hear thunder? About that time, here it comes. Go inside, do some inside work, had some things work on the bench. Then the sun comes out.
They were out mowing in it.
Yeah, but they
mowing
were soaked.
And weed eating.
So go back outside, hear more thunder, back inside, Anyway, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Arkansas and the weather around here. Between here and Missouri, it's crazy, I have to tell you. Anyway, welcome Down on the Corner program. Dale Hoffman, your host, along with Scooter Callis, and brought to you by Baxter Regional Medical Center. Best care in the Midwest, right here in Mountain Home, Arkansas. Be sure to, hey, I'm missing my, where'd the sign go?
Oh, I didn't put it back up.
Well.
It's
Check
here.
out the 24/7 urgent care through Baxter Regional Medical Center, only $69 per visit. Go to baxterregionalcare.com or go to the Apple App Store or Google Play on your other smartphone devices and download the 24/7 urgent care.
It's only $69 a visit, and basically what it is, your kid gets sick or you have something that's not life-threatening or emergency, then instead of waiting in line for a doctor or whatever, you just pick up the phone, you'll be able to talk to a doctor, they'll be able to call your prescriptions in, do whatever you need right over the phone.
Yep, you bet. None of this taking off of work and getting little Billy out of school and sitting in the doctor's office for 35 minutes and, blah, blah. You know how it goes. We've been there. Anyway. Urgent Care, 24/7, brought to you by Baxter Regional Medical Center. Best care in the Midwest, the envy of many hospitals throughout the region. Baxter Regional Medical Center. Very innovative, top-notch technology, best doctors. We've got it right here in Mountain Home.
You got it.
Then we got the four houses, the Pites, Rappel, Maruck, and I'm missing one. I can't think of the other. What am I missing? That help with the diabetes issues, the cancer issues, women's issues, whatever it may be. They've got it all right here at Baxter Regional Medical Center.
Yeah, there's another one, and I'm drawing a blank on it,
I'm drawing a blank on it, too. I can't think, but, Baxter Regional Medical Center, I can say the envy of many hospitals throughout the Midwest part of the country. And I'm enjoying Brewed Awakening coffee. Went out and saw Mike the other day and got me another big bag of fresh ground coffee beans, and you can't beat Brewed Awakening coffee. It's the best coffee in town. 3 locations to serve you. Of course, Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby. We got 62 East Plaza out by Anytime Fitness. Then we have Bomber Boulevard. So check out any of the 3 locations. 2 are drive-throughs, and 1 you have to park and go in the lobby of the hospital. But check out the menu board. All types of blends and types of coffees. You name it, they can help you out. Mochas, lattes, iced coffee. A good old black coffee like we've got right here. Come on down and have coffee with us. We're at 1226 Commerce Drive. Come enjoy a cup of Brewed Awakening coffee. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. What are you drinking today, Sprite?
Sprite.
Yeah, like Sprite.
It's a Sprite day.
No caffeine in the mornings, huh?
No, pretty much just Sprite, and then I switch over to water.
Yeah, no, that's what I do. I drink a lot of water, man. A lot of water. And, of course, Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day throughout the state. 29 Roller Funeral Homes to serve you, with 1 in Memphis, Tennessee. Right here in Mountain Home, Arkansas, visit with Bruce, Charlotte, Chris, Brad. Anybody can help you there. They understand the situation, whether emergency or non-emergency. Very professional, caring, loving, and understanding. They know what to do. Let them handle it. Roller Funeral Homes, and they do it with the utmost respect. With all our respect, Roller Funeral Homes. Let's pause now for the morning prayer. Heavenly Father, today I pray for every church of every faith in our 2-state area. First, for the pastor or the priest who gets called for all sorts of stuff. It could be serious or crazy. But Lord, churches teach salvation through Jesus Christ. Does it mean we go in a sinner and then come out perfect? It just doesn't work that way at all. But what if we approach church attendance with the same excitement as perhaps a sports event or the ever so popular I Sleep In on Sunday? Lord, my prayer is that you just help our churches to show excitement of the salvation, to be able to reach folks for Jesus Christ. It's my prayer today. Amen. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes.
And now,
Brace yourself.
da, da, da.
I tell you what, these last 2 weeks have been really good.
I'm on a roll. I'm
Man,
on a
I tell you
roll.
what, talking about batting 1,000. Woo. In tune, right beat.
If you like that, it's scary. It's just scary. That's all I gotta say.
Are you kidding? I've got Yoko Ono records. I mean, yeah, the trumpet sounds good.
Bob and Linda probably listen to that every time. They got to do that right before the weather, really.
They cringe like everybody else.
Oh,
Morning
here
weather.
it comes.
Yeah. Morning weather brought to you by the Z Team. Bob and Linda Zadora, the award-winning Z Team. Check them out at retiretoarkansas.net or give them a call at 870-405-0793, the award-winning Z Team. They need some listings, 80,000, 150,000, and on up to 250,000. They win the awards through customer service and through pleasing the customers and getting the job done. They are your full-time real estate professionals. Bob and Linda Zadora. It's time to take a look at the White River, brought to you by the Z Team. The beautiful White River, we're looking from Marion County into Baxter County. Beautiful shot this morning. The Highway 62 412 bridge to the left side of the screen, and the sunlight coming in there on the east side, which would be out towards Mountain Home. And the clearing there, of course, is the city park at Cotter, just down the little Big Spring Park there. The clearing's got it's got the train caboose, and it's got the baseball fields, and just a nice little town in Cotter, Arkansas. In fact, we're going to have some folks in from Cotter, Mark Capshandy, and some other folks going to be talking about the youth center tomorrow downtown Cotter. You know, they're trying to make sure that stays up and running for the kids down there. And for those that are considering retirement, take a look at that. I can't say you can get every property to look back like that, but the Z Team can help you find very nice property very near to the White River and Bull Shoals Lake and Norfolk Lake. So if you're considering retirement to North Central Arkansas or even Southern Missouri, call Bob and Linda at 870-405-0793. Check out the website. You can check this too, because that's the live cam on the website. And while you're there, you can check out the listings and all the MLS properties that are listed through the two-state area. And of course, Bob and Linda can help you in Mountain Home. They help you in Yellville, Calico Rock, Marshall, all the way across Northern Arkansas and Southern Missouri. They've got it covered. So give them a call, 870-405-0793, retiretoarkansas.net. This morning about 5:40, 5:45, I was checking the temperature in Watford City. Going to send it to Caleb. We were matched at that time.
Really?
Yeah, I was showing 53 degrees in Mountain Home, 53 in Watford City. Right now
We're not matching.
Not right now. We're 3 degrees difference. 55 in Mountain Home, Watford City at 52. So overall, Mountain Home, 55, 54 at Flippin, 54 at Harrison, 54 at Yellville, 53 at Salem, 55 in Calico Rock. Mountain View, Arkansas at 52, 57 in St. Louis, 55 at Poplar Bluff, 53 at West Plains, 54 in Branson, and 52 in Watford City. From here to there, 50s. Ain't that something?
There you go. Never know.
Wild. Anyway, the mid-50s all throughout the mid part of the nation. This is incredible weather. You know, it's nice when it's like 75 to 80 degrees and low humidity, but I love these mid-50s at night with the windows open. I mean, Scooter, that's just good sleeping weather. I mean,
it is. I love this temperature right now.
I do too.
I wish it'd stay.
Oh, I do too. On the national radar, I have no idea why I'm getting pink and orange and purple colors in Nevada on the radar. That must be something in the higher, is there the higher elevations between there and Idaho? What are you showing on your?
I don't know. I didn't even look over there.
But
Jeez.
I've never seen that color on the radar on this particular map. Anyway, we got shower activity in northern Indiana, extreme northeast Illinois, a lot of shower activity over Lake Michigan and in the state of Michigan. Other showers extend from the Tennessee, Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia area all the way up into New York and Pennsylvania. It looks like New York, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, New Hampshire, Vermont. New Hampshire perhaps getting some showers right now. That's affecting the I-95 corridor. Other showers in Florida all the way back to the panhandle of Florida, back into the Gulf of Mexico. But right now I'm not picking up much at all.
I'm just showing rain up there.
I don't know why it's that color. That's weird. I've never seen that on that radar.
I'm not showing
But you can,
any
folks
other...
at home can see it on screen. You see it on screen up there in Nevada?
I see it, but I don't know.
I don't. Anyway. Well. Let's take a look at the state of Arkansas. We'll hit the Little Rock radar stop first, and it is picking up some stuff. This could be some precip that's not actually hitting the ground right now, but overall the roads are clear in Arkansas. 62, 412 east and west. Highway 65 north-south, Little Rock to Branson. Batesville, Poplar Bluff, 167, 167 looks good. Interstates 30, 40, 49, 55, 555 in Arkansas. Not bad at all. Checking around the region, Columbia, Missouri, I-70 East, St. Louis, I-70 East, Vandalia, Effingham looks good. East St. Louis, Illinois, I-64 east to Mount Vernon in good shape. Interstate 44 to Rolla, no problems there. And then we have I-55 Sikeston, Cape on into St. Louis, looks good there. You can see Poplar Bluff and West Plains with no precip going on there. Southwest Missouri picks up, what on earth did I hit? There it goes. Now this is showing a little bit different. This must be picking up some of the humidity, I guess, here, because it's showing a little bit in northern Arkansas that the other one didn't show. Overall, we're clear. Tulsa, Joplin, Springfield, Lebanon, Kansas City, Columbia, I-44, I-70. Looks like we're in pretty good shape. Any forecast warnings here? A little bit in southeast Missouri, southern Illinois, and western Kentucky. That light green is a flood advisory, perhaps. Let's go to southwest Missouri and see what it says here. See what they're saying about that.
I was just looking up because up there in Nevada where you were just talking about.
Higher elevations?
Well, there's Wells, Nevada, which is where your pink and stuff was showing. They're at 57 degrees right now.
I don't
so
know.
It ain't.
I don't know why it's got that color. That's weird.
It's weird.
Unless it's the intensity of the rain. Maybe just pouring rain out there.
I don't know.
So the lighter green is a hydrologic outlook for Poplar Bluff, Sikeston, Cape, Carbondale, Illinois, away to Paducah, Kentucky. And there's a flood warning, of course, along the Mississippi River. That's been going on for quite a while. Overall, we're in pretty good shape. They're still watching the Missouri River, the Arkansas River, the Mississippi River. And speaking of the rivers, we'll take a look real quick at the Arkansas River at Van Buren, Arkansas. It's been as high as 35.9 feet. Today it's at 22.3. Flood stage is 22 feet, so it's 0.3 feet above flood stage. So you can see the graph here where it's gone from June 3rd to June 13th, and this was taken at 5 a.m. this morning. And so it's finally getting some receding in the Arkansas River. 7-day forecast today, sunny, high of 75. Yay, mostly clear tonight, low of 53. Friday, partly cloudy with a high of 79. Friday night, 30% chance of showers, then scattered thunderstorms, low of 64. Saturday, 30% chance of showers, high of 86. So we really warm up on Saturday. Then Saturday night, we go from a 30 to a 60% chance of storms. Then T-storms likely, low of 69, high of 83 on Sunday, 60% chance of showers throughout the day, and all the way into Monday morning with a high of 82 on Monday. And so, we'll check iDrive Arkansas. There's a new little couple of pop-ups over here, over around Memphis on the old Highway 61. They have a bridge issue there for 1/10 of a mile. Both lanes are affected there. Around Dardanelle, Arkansas. A washout on Arkansas State Road 155, total distance 1.28 miles there. In the Fayetteville-Fort Smith Highway 220, they have a landslide affecting both lanes for 2 miles. And the last one we'll check for is Washington County Highway 265, a pipe culvert failure for 0.2 of a mile. So before you travel in Arkansas, check iDrive Arkansas. You can check your border states as well, Missouri, Tennessee, Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas, and Oklahoma. And I heard on the radio this morning that the Amtrak between St. Louis and Kansas City back and forth, along I-70 and Highway 50, parts of that is going to be coming back up. And so there's still a lot of flooding on Interstate 29 north of Kansas City up into the Council Bluffs, Iowa area. So be sure to check out iDrive Arkansas and the state of Missouri if you're going from here to Kansas City or here to St. Louis. Either way, check it out and be safe when you drive. Allergy sufferers today, medium 6. Once again, grasses, dock, and mulberry are the culprits. Tomorrow they're predicting a still medium at 6.5. And so
there you go.
That's how it is. Wow. But the last couple of days, this weather has just been fantastic.
I love it. I wish it'd say like a good camping weather.
Oh, yeah. Low humidity, very pleasant, nice to be outside, and just hope that, if the folks are out here at the campsites, got the camper, the tent, man, I'm envious. This is camping weather. This is nice. Morning weather is brought to you by the Z-Team. Bob and Linda Zadora. For all your real estate needs, you can call them at 870-405-0793, retiredarkansas.net. Once again with the White River. One more shot of the White River. And that's brought to you by Bob and Linda Zadora, the award-winning Z-Team. Be sure to list your house with them, buy, selling, needing some property. Give them a call today. Community calendar time, brought to you by Old Time Restaurant on Square Mountain Home. Best breakfast, best lunch in town, Monday through Friday, 7 to 2, Saturday till 11 a.m.
Breakfast, it's Thursday. We got the twos, 2 eggs, 2 sausage pancakes, and all for $5.88. Or for lunch, we got something different for you. Chicken and dumplings.
Ooh.
Timmy's homemade chicken and dumplings. Those are really, really good.
That is
I like
good.
her chicken and dumplings.
Yeah, that would be good.
Comes with 2 sides, roller cornbread, $6.88. And go in and try one of the pies in there. They got so many homemade pies, and they got, I believe, cherry cobbler this week. So.
Oh, man, that sounds good. The public is invited to the 2nd annual Pooches, Purses, and Party.
Oh, my gosh, you got it right.
To support Shepherd of the Hills Humane Society in Branson, Missouri. Takes place Thursday, July 11th from 6 to 9 p.m. to support their adoption center. Hoping for a repeat of last year's successful event. It takes place at the Branson Event Center in Branson Meadows, 4230 Gretna Road. And so it's going to be a lot of fun for folks, and they're inviting folks from northern Arkansas to come on up and have some fun and help support the Shepherd of the Hills Humane Society. You got anything?
Nope.
Let's see, we got a couple of VBSs I need to talk about. Where'd my paper go?
I don't know.
It was here. Anyway, you got VBS starting on the 17th at Flippin First Baptist Church from 8:30 until noon. Ages 4-year-old through completed 6th grade. There it is right there underneath there. Ages 4 to completed 6th grade. Pastor Aaron Lindsay leads that VBS there at First Baptist Flippin. Then the Mountain Home Church of Christ at College and North Street in Mountain Home. We'll have a Bible school for all ages. This is June 16th through the 19th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. You don't have to drop the kids off. You can park, take the kids to their area. Adults have their own study there, and be a good time there at Mountain Home Church of Christ at College and North.
We got something different today with the our guest.
Yeah, did they log in already?
Yeah, they.
Oh, good.
Jerry's already logged in.
Well,
so
good.
We've got
Jerry Cox has been a good friend for many years. Back in the Mountain Talk days, Jerry Cox, and we'll do the intro here officially here in a minute. But Jerry Cox, a family council lobby group for family values, Christian values in the state and national legislature. So 7:18, we're going to take a quick break and come back. Jerry Cox live from Little Rock, Arkansas via the cell phone. So we'll be right back.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the Pie Lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
Our old burger was only 7 ounces, but now it's 8 with brioche bun and pickles. Comes with its own steak knife, it's really that big. Your best competition is always yourself. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. We're focused on one thing, burgers, ribs, fajitas. Just that one thing, burgers, ribs, and fajitas. We're reeling in our menu because it got out of hand. We had a moment of self-actualization. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izzard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
Whether you're a professional landscape contractor or a homeowner in need of quality lawn equipment, Moran's Lawn & Garden has you covered. Moran's is the longest originally owned lawn and garden business in Mountain Home, with a 5,700 square foot warehouse packed full of new current year inventory for all your lawn maintenance needs. Moran stocks a full line of factory parts, and they service everything they sell, offering top names like Grasshopper, Hustler, and Country Clipper. Moran stands behind their quality service with thousands of customers using their products daily. Moran's Lawn & Garden, servicing the entire Twin Lakes area.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Why would I recommend Hospice of the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
$7:22 on this Thursday, and we want to welcome by cell phone Jerry Cox, who is the founder and operator of Family Council, which is a Christian lobbying base in Little Rock, Arkansas. Jerry, welcome. It's good to see you today.
Well, it's always good to be with you and always enjoy visiting. And just a good morning to all the folks in the northern part of Arkansas and any that may be listening over on the Missouri side.
You bet. We
Good
got
to be
folks
with
listening in 2 states today. So, well,
Great.
Jared, let's just let's get right down to business here and the abortion issue. I mean, I was reading this morning where the Republican Vermont governor has signed some very liberal abortion policies, and but then you look at Georgia and Alabama and Arkansas. Excuse me for hitting the microphone there. What's going on here?
Well, what you have is really a tale of two countries here, almost, within the United States, where if you go out toward the edges of the country and you go north, then you end up with a bunch of laws out here that are advancing abortion, making it easier to obtain one. And then if you go toward the south, down into the middle of the country, you have good states like Arkansas and Missouri, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Texas, Louisiana, Oklahoma. I mean, they're all doing great. I mean, they are passing laws just right and left. And I told some people the other day, I said, I think we could have passed here in Arkansas just about any pro-life law that we wanted to pass. And the truth is, the Arkansas legislature passed a total of 13 pro-life bills during the most recent session, which was just this spring. So yeah. Kudos to the governor of Arkansas, the legislature, those of us that lobbied. It was a joint effort, but it was a good one.
Jerry, I can't fathom, and I'm trying to pick my words wisely here, the uncaring attitude towards the unborn child. It's like, it's not a child, it's not a human life, it's not alive, it's not, but yet it is.
Well, to those people, I would say, if it's not all those things that you just said, then tell me, what is it? Just kindly tell me, what is it?
Even in Scripture, when Mary went to, Mary Magdalene or Elizabeth? Remember, I can't remember. The baby leapt in her womb. That goes back into Scripture. That's in the Gospel of John. Remember that one?
Sure. Yeah.
Or Gospel of Luke, I think.
the Bible is very clear that those of us who are Christians, we adhere to this whole idea that God knew us before we were knit together in our mother's womb.
Exactly. Yeah, that's in Psalm, I believe. Yeah. Psalm and
all of those things. I mean, there are some things out here in the moral arena that you could kind of argue about a little bit, say, well, does it really mean that, or does it apply to that? Not abortion. If you read the Bible, it's extremely clear about what's right and wrong with abortion. Now, it's also very clear that we're supposed to have compassion toward all people, and that includes women facing an unplanned pregnancy. And so shame on us if we shun those people, if we don't help those girls and women. And there are good groups out there. In fact, I was in Mountain Home just the other day visiting the pregnancy center there in town. Right. Wonderful work that the folks are doing there. And there are about 60 of those all around the state of Arkansas where good-hearted people are out here trying to help folks that are in a bad way. But I'm telling you, abortion is not the answer. It's the problem. And until it's eliminated, we need to keep standing. And somebody asked me the other day, they said, Jerry, how many more pro-life laws are you going to pass?
As many
and
as
I said, we're going to keep passing the laws as long as abortion is legal in this country. And I'm telling you, the mainstream media won't tell us this. They don't talk about it, but we are winning the pro-life battle all across the middle and southern part of the United States. We are winning the battle every single day. The good folks in Missouri legislature passed an 8-week ban just this year. Yeah, and I was if I read my news reports correctly, that's one of the best pro-life laws in the country. Back about 6 years ago, Arkansas passed a 12-week ban that the courts ultimately struck down. But it shows you the heart of the people that live in our region of the country. And I'm proud of them. I am extremely proud of the good lawmakers that are doing this. But it's not just about passing big pro-life laws that go out here and say no abortions ever or whatever. But it's also about passing small laws that will make a big difference. For example, I believe in the state of Missouri, they already have a 72-hour waiting period. And Arkansas just passed a 72-hour waiting period.
Yeah.
Well, the studies show that if a woman has to think about it for a little while longer, then she's very likely to say, you know what, I don't think I'm going to do this. And so that one law alone is saving many, many lives. In fact, we have reporting here in Arkansas that is so detailed that we can almost quantify how many lives certain pro-life laws are saving. And since 2015, we estimate that the laws the legislature has passed have saved over 1,500 lives. And that the laws that the legislature passed this year here in Arkansas, if they go into effect, they will save about 700 lives every year from now on. Now that's big stuff right there. And it's something that we ought to celebrate, because if you or I went out here and stopped a jetliner from crashing and saved several hundred people, you and I would be on Good Morning America as heroes.
I remember Sully when he landed in the Hudson River.
I want to put the legislature, those of us who lobby, the governor and everybody concerned in this up there in that hero box up on the stand and say, hero for passing good legislation that will make such a big difference in a place like Arkansas. The other cool thing is we worked with Senator Jason Rapert out of Conway, and he got a law passed. It's called a trigger law. And it says if Roe versus Wade and those federal court rulings are reversed or dialed back, that abortion in Arkansas will be illegal. It will be illegal, except to save the life of the mother. And so we're already set.
And how often does that? Let me back up right there, Jerry.
Yeah.
What was that stat like? 0.3% of pregnancies where the child has to be aborted to save the life now? It's less than 1%.
I think, there's some different numbers, but they're all very, very high. 96, 97, 98% of all the abortions done, somewhere in that vicinity, you can just say for round numbers, 97% of all the abortions done in this country are done on healthy mothers carrying healthy babies. There's been no crime committed against the mother. It's birth control, really, is what it comes down to. And again, we want to have compassion toward those individuals that are facing that situation because it's a bad situation. But abortion's not the answer. That's the cry from the pregnancy resource ladies there in Mountain Home and those of us who are pro-life all around the country. We said there's a better way. There's adoption and there's help out there. And so that's a message that we need to get out loud and clear. But in the meantime, we need to keep doing all we can do to restrict abortions because, after all, that unborn child hasn't done anything wrong.
Right.
Even in cases of rape, as bad as it is, the child has done no crime, has done nothing wrong that would warrant killing the child, taking that child's life. And so there has to be some sensibility here in facing these very, very difficult situations.
Yeah.
And so, but the other thing we need to do is we need to do all we can do to reduce the demand for abortion. Because wouldn't it be great if nobody wanted to get an abortion? Nobody felt like they needed to get one. And nobody was in a situation that warranted even the discussion about an abortion. See, that to me is the best of all of it, is we need to educate people about how to risk avoidance, not to engage in behavior that might put them in a situation where they would need an abortion or think they needed one. But then also, like I said, to help those people that are in those situations to where they don't feel like they're backed into a corner and have to just fight their way out.
Well, some girls feel helpless. I mean, they just, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? You know, what's this person going to think? You know, that's where we step in to help.
That's right. And so we're going to keep passing laws, but we're also going to keep trying to reduce the demand, and we're going to keep trying to do what the Bible would warrant that we do, is that we show love and compassion every step of the way through this. And so I was delighted that the Arkansas legislature passed a law this session that says if you're going to do abortions, then you have to be a board certified or board certifiable obstetrician gynecologist. That's a good law. I don't want dermatologists out here butchering, doing bad things to women. And yet, under Arkansas law, anybody with any kind of medical degree, doctor, can go out here and open an abortion facility. Yeah. They ought to at least know what they're doing for the sake of the women that do, unfortunately, choose to have an abortion. And so that was a great law that was passed. And then there was a really good law that says you can't abort a child just because you believe the child may have Down's syndrome.
I remember that.
And see, we got a sex selection abortion bill passed a couple of years ago that says
remember that one
you
too.
Can't abort a child just because you wanted a girl and this is a boy, or vice versa. Yeah. So we are chipping away really at abortion.
Some good pro-life laws.
The evidence is in the numbers, because the number of abortions in Arkansas is about half what it was 20 years ago.
I started to say, didn't you put a report on 45, 47% reduction since Roe versus Wade?
It's way down. Yeah. It's way down. It's about half what it used to be. It's at a 42-year low here in the state of Arkansas, as it is in lots of places. And we're seeing the numbers continue to go down every year because people are beginning to understand. I think the science is so much on our side.
That's it.
Because when you see the ultrasound, it's hard to argue that that's not a person. And so the science has really helped us.
Yeah. Jerry, need to grab a break right here. We're visiting with Jerry Cox of Family Council in Little Rock. Stay on the line with us. We'll be right back. You're going to be able to see the commercials, but you won't be able to hear us talk. So when you see that reel-to-reel tape deck, that's our cue to come back on. So we're going to be right back with Jerry right after this.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
When you need durable and comfortable hospital scrub stat, you need the Uniform Shop. The Uniform Shop is the place for top quality uniforms, carrying a great selection of name brands including Carhartt, Cherokee, and Gray's Anatomy, as well as shoes from Clogs, Softwalk, and Landau, stethoscopes from Littman, blood pressure cuffs, scissors, name tag retractable, compression socks, paramedic BDUs, and Rocky boots. The Uniform Shop also offers customizing, embroidery, as well as minor alterations. Let us put you in uniforms. Shop the Uniform Shop. Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire's Barbershop today, a unique gentleman barbershop. Get back in style from a former celebrity hairstylist and a licensed barber instructor who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire's Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 848 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today. 7:37, and we're rejoined by Jerry Cox of Family Council. And Jerry, I've got we're going to try to pull this picture up so you can see it too. This is Miss Pennsylvania, and you can see that on your iPhone there. And this is Valerie Gatto, and she was in the 3rd grade when she found out the difficult truth that she had been conceived when her mother was raped at knife point. But this is a perfect example of, I mean, this was a tragic situation, but look at this beautiful girl right here, Miss Pennsylvania right here.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
right.
Life goes on.
And life's hard sometimes.
It is.
And it doesn't always work the way we wish it would. We all have our share of heartache. Some people it seems a lot more than others. But again, you talk to so many women who have regretted the fact that they had an abortion. And in some cases, they're not able to have any more children. And you hear their heartbreaking stories. There's a ceremony that's held at the Capitol sometimes by women who had abortions, and it's a memorial to their unborn children that they aborted back 20, 30, 40 years ago. And I've been to it, and Dale, I feel when I go to it, it's like almost like if I go to a funeral. That's what it's like, because it really is that. And you just hear the heartbreaking stories of regret, and see many of these women are out here trying to help young girls that are in the same shape, same situation, so that they don't make the same mistake. Right. And that's just, that's so admirable for, that those ladies are, first of all, willing to talk about their bad experience, but also willing to get out there and try to help other
Right.
people so they don't repeat that mistake. So there is there's so much to be done in this area. One of the things that I guess the bill here in Arkansas that I'm most proud of is actually a ban on abortions after the 18th week of pregnancy. And here's why I'm real proud of that law, is because even though it's not as far reaching as some of the laws passed in other states where they ban abortions after 6 or 8 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
I think it has a really good chance at actually making it before the U.S. Supreme Court. Because what may happen with some of these 6 or 8 or 10 or 12 week bans is the same thing that happened with ours that we passed here in Arkansas 6 years ago. A judge just struck it down, and the Supreme Court didn't hear it, and it just died.
Mm-hmm.
And I applaud the states that are doing the 6 and 8 and 12 week bans. But this 18-week ban is really interesting because the courts have said, okay, 20-week ban is constitutional. And they've said now 12 weeks is not constitutional. At least that's what they told us here in Arkansas in the 8th Circuit. So we said, okay, if 20 is okay and 12 is not, how about 18? Now tell us what you think about 18. And I think that will give, if it makes its way through the system, could give the court an opportunity to revisit the whole abortion issue,
Right.
because it kind of falls in between kind of what the court has said is legal and what the court has said they won't stand for. Now, quite frankly, I think all those rulings are wrongly decided. I think the court's just dead wrong, but we still live under those rulings, fortunately. And so I'm hopeful that here in Arkansas, in the 8th Circuit, where we have, first of all, an attorney general here in Arkansas, Leslie Rutledge, who will defend these good pro-life laws
You bet.
to the nth degree. I mean, to the bitter end. One of her staff members said, man, these are like red meat for us, man. Let us have it. And we'll defend these pro-life laws all the way.
Yep.
And they've demonstrated that. They have done that. And I am so proud of our attorney general for doing so. And then the 8th Circuit federal court is a real conservative district.
Which one was
And
that?
so it's the 8th Circuit. And so Arkansas is a part of the 8th Circuit Court of Appeals, as is, I believe, Missouri, and then it goes on up to Iowa and on to the north. Arkansas
That would be the U.S. Court of Appeals, right?
Yeah, it's the U.S. Court of Appeals. And so my hope is that conservative 8th Circuit, federal circuit, will take up some of the good laws that have been passed here in the middle of the country. And one of those, I believe, one day will make it before the U.S. Supreme Court. And when it does, it will give the court maybe a more conservative court than what we've had ever in a long time, the opportunity to dial back some of these bad rulings.
Right.
And when they do that, see, a lot of people think if Roe v. Wade is reversed, that abortion will be illegal throughout the United States. Not so. Not so. If Roe v. Wade and these other bad rulings are reversed, that just means that every state gets to make its own abortion laws the way it was prior to 1973, when you had Roe passed initially. And so that means it's the mother of all battles out here in the states, some of the states, especially the more liberal ones, where they're going to be just slugging it out, trying to either make it legal or illegal.
Right.
And what you may end up with eventually is a patchwork around the country, with some states making abortion pretty legal, and others, maybe like Arkansas, Missouri, Louisiana, Oklahoma, where they say, no, we're not going to allow it here, or we're just going to allow it for saving the life of the mother, let's say, something like that, which is pretty much like it was prior to Roe versus Wade. That's why these trigger laws are so important, because we've already decided here in Arkansas, if Roe is reversed, abortion is going to be illegal except to save the life of the mother.
Right.
We've already decided that. The trigger law is there. It's signed into law by the governor. It's in place. It is ready to go.
Yep.
The moment these bad rulings are reversed, abortion in Arkansas is going to be illegal except to save the life of the mother.
Yep.
And so these are good laws that are being passed that are doing the right thing.
Yep. Jerry, I want to talk, they talk about women's health. You hear women's health, abortion, women's health. Okay, let's not pick on the women here. Let's pick on the men. Men's responsibility.
Right.
A girl doesn't conceive a child because somebody threw a snowball at her in January. Where's the responsibility on the part of the man? Now, I'm not talking a rape situation. I'm talking about a one-night stand after a night at the bar. You know what I'm talking about?
And see, we live in a country where right now men sort of get a pass in a lot of this. It's hard to get them to pay child support. It's hard to make them continue paying child support. And you and I and everybody listening knows of probably multiple situations where you have a guy that has children and he's not with the mother of those children and he won't support them. And unfortunately, here in Arkansas, this is the profile of the typical woman who gets an abortion. First of all, she's in her 20s. She is single, meaning there is no man in the home, no father, no husband, and she is non-white. That is the typical, most average. If you had to just say what is the profile, so to speak, of a woman in Arkansas that gets an abortion, it's women in that category. And so that tells me that if we had a system that would do more to hold the men accountable,
right,
and I don't have all the answers on that those women might not feel so trapped and be so compelled to solve their problem by going down to the abortion facility. That if they had a husband that would say, I'll marry you, we'll raise this child together, we'll be a family, and I'm going to do the right thing, then you probably would see the abortion numbers go down a whole bunch.
Sure.
Unfortunately, there's some things you just can't legislate, but there probably are some that we could to increase child support, some of those other things like that. So I applaud anybody who will hold dads accountable out here because they need to be.
Mm-hmm. Let's go ahead and take that final break. Jerry, you got one more break. Can you stick around with us for a few more minutes? So we're going to take that break in the same cue when we come back. Some more with Jerry Cox, Family Council in Little Rock right after this. Stick around. Be right back. Your car is a member of the family. It takes you where you need to go, and it makes sure you are safe at all times. When a wreck or accident happens, trust the only place that will treat you and your vehicle like a person, not a number. From collision repair and windshield replacement to paintless dent repair and hail damage removal, Dent Boys can cover all your automotive repair needs and make sure you are satisfied every step of the way. Call or visit the professionals at Dent Boys today and see the Dent Boys difference.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
Sure, all mowers cut grass, but only a Ferris mower with suspension technology can provide you with increased productivity, quality of cut, durability, and comfort. The caster wheels and cutting deck are connected to the frame beneath the suspension. This lets the deck follow the wheels as they move up and down in relation to the ground contours. Maintaining the distance between the deck and the ground results in a beautiful, consistent cut. Visit your local Ferris dealer to experience the difference suspension makes.
Hi, it's Bob and Linda Zadora. We're the Z team at Century 21 Lemac Realty. We'd like you to meet the rest of our team.
When you are working with the Z team, you will find that not only are they down-to-earth people, but they are trained professionals who work with downsizers, first-time homebuyers, and clients who may want to relocate to our beautiful Ozarks. Our team has agents who specialize in lake and river properties, listing and selling raw land, acreage, and all residential homes. Listing your property with the Z team will help get it sold with unmatched Century 21 global marketing. You can find out more at retiretoarkansas.net.
If you want the best
It's coming up on 7:50 on this Thursday, and the final section here with Jerry Cox of Family Council. Be bringing him right back in. Jerry, welcome back. Final section. We'll have about 10 minutes to finish out the program. Supreme Court-wise, United States Supreme Court, if all this transpires before Ruth Bader Ginsburg is no longer on the court, there's a big difference between before and after Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Yes, there is. And that's assuming that President Trump will appoint someone who is more conservative than Justice Ginsburg, which I think that's very likely. Now, the question is, will that person be conservative enough to take a bold step and really dial back some of these abortion rulings in a significant way? The court has demonstrated a tendency toward incrementalism rather than just a big shift to overturn Roe v. Wade. I think their temperament seems to be a little bit more of, well, we'll dial it back a little bit and wait a while, and then if we get another case, we'll dial it back a little more and all that. And obviously we'll take that if that's all the court gives us. But I'm very optimistic that we're going to see a more conservative court. Now, here's the thing: if we have a Democrat in the White House after this term of Donald Trump, then it's almost certain that that person is going to appoint people that will uphold Roe v. Wade and all that. And so that sets us back many years. I mean, who knows how many years that could set us back. And
why is it so definitive between the two parties?
Well, for one thing, the Republican Party, if you read their platform, they say they're pro-life. They are against abortion. And if you read the Democrat platform, they're for it. And that's just the choices that those parties have made. And I didn't write the platform, nor did you. And so what you and I have to do as regular folks out here, we just have to look and say, okay, these guys believe this, these guys believe that.
But yet there's people, Jerry, that will say, well, I don't believe that part of that platform.
Well,
but yet, when you sign up as a Democrat, when you put your signature on that paper that says, yes, I'm running as a Democrat, you agree 100% to that platform.
You're part of the club at that point, and especially if you go on up to the national level. Mm-hmm. I'd say there's almost no way, virtually impossible, for a pro-life Democrat to be successful in running for president of the United States. And even though Joe Biden,
what have we done in this country? What the difference between? Let's go back to the '60s. John Kennedy, Lyndon Johnson, Hubert Humphrey, as compared to the Democrat Party. Would they have allowed that in 1964?
I don't believe they would.
Johnson Goldwater.
Here's the thing. What you have now is a party that is so dominated by the far left that it pulls the party in that direction. And so it is a difficult thing. I talked to somewhat conservative Democrats at the state capitol here in Little Rock, people that are from small towns here in Arkansas that are still running as Democrats. And they will tell you they feel like persons without a country almost, because they're obviously not going to be Republican, but they don't feel like they can embrace the Democrat platform and way of doing things and all that. And I know people can say, well, why don't they just change to Republican? And I've asked that question myself. But be that as it may, the era of the old conservative Democrat, as you and I probably remember as kids, seems to have just vanished.
Well, the Nixon-Kennedy debates, and when Johnson was the Democrat, Barry Goldwater the Republican in 1964. You had Nixon, who was Nixon Humphrey, I think in '68. That wasn't an issue.
Right.
It wasn't an issue.
Right. And see, you have a liberal court. The court stepped in '73 and just turned the apple cart totally upside down.
So was that the aftermath of the Earl Warren era?
Yes. And that was in that era. And the court was just goofy during that era, because during that same time span, they threw the Bible out of public schools. They said,
was that 1963 or 1964? Was that after
all that? Yeah. And so they fancied themselves to be these wonderful social engineers that were going to change America. Well, they did. They changed it for the worse. And so we're still trying to recover from that. And that's the unfortunate thing about court rulings like this. It takes a lifetime sometimes to recover from bad rulings like the Dred Scott ruling back during the slavery era, or Plessy v. Ferguson during the Jim Crow era.
When I started first grade in 1964, we didn't do prayer in schools. So I think it was after President Kennedy was assassinated that went through the court, and after November '63.
I'm a little bit older than you. I can remember us having prayer and Bible reading in our public school. Yeah, here in Arkansas, and maybe we were a little behind the times and still doing prayer after everybody else quit. But hey, I remember my 5th grade teacher reading us Bible stories. You know what? It did not hurt us a bit. In fact, it made us a lot better. I remember the Gideons coming and giving us Bibles.
Oh, yeah.
And I bet you there are a lot of folks that are listening remember those days.
Yeah. Well, Jerry, what do we got, Scooter, about 3 minutes? Yeah. About 3 minutes, Jerry. Your final thoughts, please, sir.
Well, here's something I want you to think about. We are winning the battle against abortion, at least here in the South and Midwest part of the country. I fear that we could lose the battle for life at the end of life, because what I'm watching are these assisted suicide laws that are coming in from the East and the West and the North, creeping toward the middle of the country. And we had our very first law like that ever introduced here in Arkansas. A Republican filed it that would allow assisted suicide for people that are terminally ill. And I want to say, whoa, wait a minute, time out. We need to do a better job of educating our folks about the Judeo-Christian view of life, which is God is the giver of life, and none of us has the right to take a life, even our own life. Mm-hmm. And if you look at the Judeo-Christian worldview, the Bible, and all of history, it has been in the direction of God gave you your life, and He will decide when it ends, not you and not some doctor that wants to save cost at the hospital, or some guy that runs a nursing home that's tired of having you in the nursing home, wants to get rid of you because you're a burden. None of that. Right. And so I think we need to do everything we can to, number one, educate folks about what life really is.
Exactly.
And number two, to be sure that policymakers don't come in and under the guise of compassion or economics, saving money, they come in here and they say, you know what, that guy's only going to live about another 6 months anyway, and he's just going to be a burden. He's probably going to suffer. So let's just send him on out now, and let's give him an extra shot of morphine for the pain, and he'll go to sleep and never wake up. We don't need to go there, because I don't want us to get in a situation in this country where we say, well, you're probably only going to live another 3 years.
Probably is a magic word there.
All that. So we're just going to go ahead and get rid of you now. And that's a slippery slope that we do not need to go down.
Jerry, thank you for taking the time to log in and to do this live from Little Rock. We appreciate your work with Family Council, being the lobbyist you are. You're in the Capitol all the time, taking care of things, and we really appreciate it. Next time you're mountain home, give me a holler. We'll do some lunch or something. I know a good place. My director owns a restaurant.
Well, we were up there the other day, and I said, we're going to go have lunch with Dale, and Luke said, our schedule just won't permit it. We've got to keep running from one thing to the other. So we'll try to do that.
Sounds good. Jerry, thanks again for being on today. Jerry Cox live from Little Rock via cell phone at Family Council. Thanks again, and our prayers are with you, brother. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.
We'll see you later. All right, that was Jerry Cox of Family Council live from Little Rock. I can take these off now. And he does a great job, and I tell you what, I've been working with him for, well, all the way back in the radio days when he came in down at Mountain Talk. We'd talk. Real quick, let's take a look at the White River real quick. Brought to you by the Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zadora. For all your real estate needs, 870-405-0793. Retire to Arkansas.net. Yes, this is our backyard Arkansas. This is where we live, folks. Beautiful White River. And we want to wish you a happy, you got anything real quick?
Nope, I'm good.
Right. We'll be back tomorrow. We're going to be talking with the North Central Arkansas Youth Center at Cotter, Arkansas tomorrow. Got some folks coming in from Cotter, so stick around for the show tomorrow. Have a great day.